Hello, I'm Lee. Welcome to the energy update for May 2025. This month, 3 of the themes that I'm going to be walking you through are Feel All That You Need to Feel, Trickster Energy, and Inner World, New World Building. Stay tuned for the full update. Hello everyone, I'm Lee, I'm an intuitive, and every month I take the pulse on what might be showing up for us energetically, psychologically, and emotionally. And right now I'm in Australia. We are here on tour. We've been in New Zealand and Australia on tour. So I'm recording this from one of our theatres, the Roundhouse in Brisbane. Thank you, the Roundhouse. And I just want to tell you before I dive into the energy update themes that for any of you who are healers, so you hold space for transformation or healing or growth in the work that you do in the world, I'm doing a special 2-weekend live online workshop. It starts on May 17th, and then there's a 2-week gap so that you can integrate, and then I'm doing another live weekend, and it's called Next Level Healer. But I'm doing a free broadcast, which everyone is able to come to, and that's on May 7th. So if you would like to come to my free broadcast, which is Becoming a Next Level Healer, you can find all the details for that by signing up at the link below. And lastly, thank you to all of you who've come out on the Australian tour. It's been fantastic. We're enjoying it so much, and being with you in person. We'll miss it. But for those of you who've been on the tour with us and you've enjoyed our music on the tour, the piano and vocal versions, we have a live album that comes out on streaming platforms everywhere the day after we finish, which is May 2nd. It's the Big Love Tour Live. We also have some limited edition CDs and vinyls. So look out for that and use the links below if you want to take a listen. But for now, let's dive into the themes for May. So the first theme of the month is Inner World, New World Building. Inner World, New World Building. So as the change in energy of our external world continues to increase and create instability, the new world of the future is currently being built inside the hearts, minds, and energy fields of many around the world. So this month is a good month to deepen your inner visioning around what you're creating in the world or what you want to envision for the new world. As in many cases, building grounded foundations in the outer world will be harder to do in May because of all of these shifts taking place energetically. So of course, this is a generalization. There will still be those of you who brilliantly managed to build some foundations this month. But because of the amount of chaos that we're still in this period of time, the message is you can still be working on visioning and deepening your thoughts for everything that you want to bring into fruition in the future. And my guides, the Z's, always say that we're doing a lot of building work when we aren't actually doing anything in the external world. So this is a great time to go within and deepen with yourself and get clear about what it is you want to create. Because the new world that we're going to see continue to emerge in the coming years, there are a lot more people jumping on board and doing things in new ways. And that is everything from people doing global things for huge numbers of people, down to you having a vision or an idea of something you want to do in your local community, to connect other people or to serve other people, or to be an answer to a need that isn't currently being served by our existing systems. So carry on with everything you're doing, but just be mindful that the chaotic energies right now don't necessarily bode well for building things. It's more of a time of visioning. And as we go through more months of this year, it will get easier to see those things come to fruition. But also, when we're really clear about what we're doing and why, and we've spent time on our inner landscape, it becomes more effortless to bring it into the outer. So for any of you who are hitting roadblocks or speed bumps right now, just take a pause and step back. You will be able to build in the future, but the chaos of this time is not making it easy for most to build the foundations. Theme number 2, dramatic external shifts. Now, when I received this theme, I thought, well, that's a little ironic because I think we're seeing a lot of that already. But this month in May particularly, we're going to see sudden shifts, but ones that have been a long time coming. So this can play out globally and also in your personal life. So if it's in your personal life, try to remember that the energy around these seemingly dramatic shifts has been brewing for a while, and that things are being changed and perhaps removed in your life or transformed in order to make way for your future path and your next steps. Loss turns into new space, which turns into the new. Grieve all you need to, but also recognize the future is being born in every moment. I think it is an understatement to talk about dramatic shifts in the world right now. I know many people are reeling from them or experiencing them, but where this relates to the personal is it's a reminder that some of the unexpected things that might be coming up for some of you, not just in May, but perhaps in recent months, it can relate to the loss of things that you thought were part of your world. That can be a person, a place, a thing. And in the moment of the dramatic loss, we can often, as we go through the emotional process of grieving or letting go or shock, we can often forget that there is a design at work. And so much of it comes from who we are inside. My guides are always talking about how at this period of time, and they started talking about this last December, we're going through a lot of what they call vibrational deselection in order to get to your vibrational resonance, or the people you're supposed to magnetize, or the things you're supposed to walk towards. So vibrational deselection is when things, people, places start to change or disappear in your life. And at the time, there might be wounds around that. There might be emotions to be had around that and to be felt around that. And that's all important. But try to remember that when things are removed, a space gets created. So these dramatic shifts that are playing out, they may seem shocking in the moment that they happen, but often what has happened is the way that we're focusing for our future, or what it is that we're asking to call in, it requires the removal of certain things in our life. And sometimes we don't see those things coming. And that's part of the lesson, that's part of the growth. Usually, when something is dramatic or unexpected for us, it triggers an emotion or an energy that we're ready to release. So, obviously, on a global level, dramatic shifts are happening, but where it relates to you personally, and especially if you go through some new ones in May, feel all that you need to feel, but also try and remember there is a reason that these things are being removed and something new is going to come in after the fact. And that leads me to theme number 3, which is feel all that you need to feel. Feel all that you need to feel. Now, I know for sensitives, feeling overwhelmed can be a big fear. The idea of feeling overloaded or flooded by everything going on in the world. But the truth is, when we allow ourselves to feel our feelings, they pass quickly, and then they don't show up as sabotage or stagnation in our lives. So create space to feel if you feel overwhelmed or like you can't keep up with the world. Even giving yourself 5 to 10 minutes a day to do this can help you regulate and create space inside yourself. Now, I know many people, and this works for me too, that being physical can help you move energy and feel, and going and being physical in some way. But that might not be your way. You might be a very deep feeler, and at the moment, with the amount that's coming up in the world for people to go through, you might need to perhaps sit with a piece of music that you love for 5 minutes and let that be the healer that holds you. And literally consciously creating a space can do this. If you catch your mind, or you're telling a story to your friends of, oh God, I'm so overwhelmed and I can't keep up. Okay, you are now your own healer, and that is the medicine that you need. You need pauses. So it can be as simple as wrapping your arms around yourself for 5 minutes and just sitting in silence. Often when our feelings are bubbling up in overwhelm, it doesn't take long for them to pop open, but we often have to give the space for that to happen. We have to stop overstimulating ourselves with more information, more relationships, more doing, more people, and we need to let the body let it out. putting on some music, dancing around your house, sitting quietly and meditating, playing your favorite song that helps you feel. Just giving yourself focused time to do this, it can be a game changer. And you literally take 5 minutes out of your day to do it, and it will help you be able to breathe and stay centered, particularly those of you who find yourselves easily overwhelmed when the people around you are overwhelmed, because so many people are on the planet right now. So it's really important for you to attend to your self-regulation, but feel all you need to feel. You know, if I go back in years, for me, I always used to try and run away from the overwhelming feelings or try and do something to get around them. And then at a certain point in my life, I thought, no, the only way out is through, as the saying goes. So often giving yourself to a feeling and being able to acknowledge it and just let it be with you. Let grief walk with you for a few hours that day without you thinking anything's wrong or you can't overcome it. It's amazing how it moves through and it shifts. As the Z's, my guides always say, grief is the great transformer. Not always fun when you're in it, but when you come out the other side, you are forever transformed. So feel all that you need to feel is theme number 3 this month. Theme number 4, losing your voice to find your new voice. Losing your voice to find your new voice. Where are you feeling like you can't express yourself right now? Where are outer forces denying your voice or your expression? This will be a theme this month, and the ultimate outcome will be a new level of voice and expression emerging for and in you. I had to smile when I got this one because I lost my voice at the end of my European tour back in January, and I had to not speak for 2 weeks. And it was interesting because I had to share about that online because I was booked to do an annual energy update that I ended up having to write instead of speak. So many of you commented that you also were having like a throat upgrade. And so it's interesting to see this theme coming up for May. Losing your voice to find your new voice. We are definitely seeing areas of the world and areas of our life, our systems, that perhaps want to silence us or not allow us to have a voice. And we're seeing people pushing back against that in many different ways. So that global theme is there. But how it might show up for you personally, you might have created a relationship or a scenario right now where you're feeling agitated or off, but you haven't yet got to a place of being able to speak clearly. Whenever we can communicate clearly from our heart and without judgment of another person or blaming another person, just communicating what it is we need and who we are and how we are, which is very important, especially if you're an empath and you're used to tracking other people's emotions. You can often think that you're transparent to others, but you aren't. You actually have to learn to say what you need and say what you feel at the right times in the right ways. So there's going to be a huge theme this month around expression for many of you. And the breakthrough might come through a relationship where you learn to say what you need to say, and you've been struggling with that for a long time. Or it might come through a global event that you feel you have to speak up about. So there is going to be a huge throat and expression upgrade this month that I feel has been going on for many months from what I'm hearing from people, but apparently it comes into sharp focus this month, which makes me think something globally will occur that will have more people speaking up about what they're seeing and what they're wanting instead of what they're seeing. Okay, theme number 5, Trickster Energy. This was a new one. I've never heard this one in all my years of doing these energy updates. There will be a Trickster Energy in the air in May. So practice discernment. This can mean, when Trickster Energy is around, unpredictability, chaos, disruption, and also the crossing of usual agreed upon boundaries. So societal boundaries that we all agree to, when Trickster Energy is around, it just smashes through them and pays no attention to them. So the shadow side of Trickster Energy can mean manipulation, someone trying to manipulate you, or perhaps you trying to manipulate someone else, or you being encouraged or coerced into something that is not in your best interests. The positive side of trickster energy can be it challenges or disrupts authority or the status quo in a way that brings transformation. So it's not necessarily bad or good. It just depends on your experience and how it moves through you this month. But whenever trickster energy is around, you really need to take a breath, have discernment. Don't say yes immediately. If your stomach feels off about something, trust your stomach. No matter how much the other person might want to persuade you into something or tell you it's good for you, if your body is not giving you a full, yes, I can walk forward into this, wait. And trickster energy, if it's a pressuring trickster energy, it will try and push you when you say no. So that's when you'll know, okay, there's something here that is not in my best interest, but for some reason this person or this group or this, who knows what it will be in the outer world, wants me to say yes to something that I know I shouldn't say yes to. So that's the shadow side of trickster energy, but the positive side, because it's a fast and chaotic energy, it can move like a cyclone through things that might need to be broken down and might need to transform. So it can be a bit of a wow when it happens, but when the dust settles, you'll often see that certain things that needed to be destabilized have become destabilized, and that creates more space for you to be who you are. So I think the trickster energy definitely links to finding your voice. So pay attention to any place where you feel pressured or limited around expressing what you need or want to express. The last two themes. Theme number 6, gold of the heart. Gold of the heart energy. Heart energy is rising on the planet. My guides have been saying this for a long time, and of course we're seeing the opposite rise too, but this month heart energy will reveal itself in powerful ways. Slowing down enough to feel and receive it will make the experience of heart energy very strong for you. Relationships, seeing the wonder of the world and being alive, or heart healing on a deep level will accompany this energy. So if you feel like you're a little out of your heart or you're needing more heart, what can you do to create more of that? The people that make you feel that, the activities, the things. But there's a message here about slowing down. Slowing down enough to feel and receive heart energy will make the experience of it very strong for you. It's interesting, on this tour I do a guided meditation, and the guided meditation theme for this Australia and New Zealand tour has been very different to the others. It's been all about connecting with our heart. And during the meditation I've repeated the fact that one of the messages from my guides years ago said, the heart is a magnet when it is full. The heart is a magnet when it is full. So when we have an open and a full heart, we magnetize more of the good, heartfelt things. And the way that you often build this is gratitude. So if you can practice being grateful for whatever it is you're grateful for, you may even want to sit and write a list of gratitude every day. It will fill and open your heart, and it will bring back some of that magnetic heart energy for you. So, gold of the heart this month, and slowing down enough to feel and receive it will make the experience of it very strong for you. Final theme of the month, theme number 7, long-time healing breakthroughs. Long-time healing breakthroughs. So the final strands of long-time healing will be receiving a push up and out this month. So if you've been feeling the need to release something quite major in your life, this month we'll see a supportive energy of pulling the Band-Aid off. Usually this can be preceded by some major contraction energy. So perhaps you'll have a very intense few days and allow yourself to feel a lot, but then be aware that a breakthrough is on the other side. So of course all of us are healing all the time. That's the path of being human. But whenever long-time healing issues come up, it usually refers to something that's been with you for usually at least years, and in some cases it might be decades. And as we are going through this shift in consciousness, a lot of us are being asked to drop the sandbags that we've been carrying perhaps for years or decades. So some of you might have been very aware of some long-time healing areas in your life or issues, and you will now have an experience, wow, you may not be able to hear this on my microphone, but the most intense rain has just hit the top of the theater. So that's a there is a cleansing energy coming for this long-time healing breakthroughs. So the final strands of things you've perhaps been haunted by or carrying for a long time, they're about to shift and they're about to release. So like I said in the message here, there can sometimes be a real intensity before things break open. It's like coming down the birth canal before you get born. You know, the contractions are intense, both for mother and for child. But then you come out and a whole new birth begins. So long-time healing breakthroughs will be very supported in May. So this is a good time to, put something under the microscope that you're feeling uncomfortable about that's been hanging around for a while. It will be supported to move up and out. Those are the themes for May 2025. I hope you take really good care of yourself and good care of whoever it is you feel compelled to help or care for this month. Don't forget that I'm doing the free broadcast for Becoming a Next Level Healer on May the 7th. So use the link underneath this video. And also in July, we are doing Soul Magic, which is my 6-day energy mastery retreat. It's a deep immersion with people from all over the world who are flying into La Jolla, San Diego to take a real journey. We'll basically be looking at whatever it is that you bring to the room, because I do a lot of Q&A every day. We'll have channeling, we'll have music, we'll have healing. I have a wonderful guest in Anita Morjani who's coming to teach with me for a few hours on the power of sensitivity. Stephen Washington will bring Qigong each day in short sessions to move the energy. And of course, my lovely Davor Bozique will be with me bringing music all the way. So Soul Magic, we still have spaces left. That's in July. That and all my other events, you can use the link below this video to see what we have coming up. And lastly, a quick reminder that the Big Love Tour live album comes out on May 2nd on streaming platforms everywhere. And thank you to everyone who came to see the Big Love Tour, wherever you came to see us in the world, North America, Europe, UK, or Australia or New Zealand. We are already excited about planning a bigger tour for next year, 2026. So big love, everyone. Take good care and hopefully see you for Next Level Healer.
Embody your unique gifts as a healer.
I think for all of us, this is a next level time on Earth. And therefore that means it's time for the healers of the world to go to the next level in their own ways of being and their ways of serving.
Next Level Healer with Lee Harris. Whether you are a seasoned practitioner or just beginning, join us for channeled guidance, powerful teaching, community engagement, and supportive worksheets, and allow your gifts to bring change, healing, and elevation to the lives of others. Deepen your creative, intuitive, and visioning abilities, overcome fears of judgment, and expand your outlook from scarcity to abundance to enhance your healing work and guide others with greater clarity and confidence. From the comfort of your home, connect with us for 2 weekends, starting May 17th and 18th. Next Level Healer with Lee Harris. Take your healing to the next level.